Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I believe now we have Thomas Patrick Ward. Thomas Patrick Ward, I believe, is next on. Just waiting for him to join. So, what's everyone think of these lives then? Is everyone enjoying these lives that we're doing on Instagram? Do people want to see more of these lives? I think it's a very good exposure for travelling fighters and up and coming, and ones that have already achieved. Like we've been lucky enough to have Billy Joe Saunders on here, obviously one of the most successful traveller fighters of all time. It's had Isaac there who's making big things in the sport. Thomas Patrick Ward, who probably doesn't get enough recognition for what he's doing in the sport. Unbelievable fighter, very, very good fighter. And I believe we have Nathan Gorman on today, who's obviously a very insane heavyweight. So, yeah, big things. Good that you enjoy them. Really happy that you guys enjoy them. Yeah, because they're made to be here to entertain people on a daily basis and get traveller fighters more exposure. Nathan, if you could just send a request in, we'll go ahead with you for now, and then we'll get Thomas on afterwards. Maybe he'll join afterwards. If you send a request in, Nathan. Or I think I can request for you to join. We are trying to get Adley on, but he's got a lot going on at the moment, in a good sense. I know his missus is pregnant and stuff, but how's it going, Nathan? You alright, mate?
Oh, good, mate. You?
Yeah, all good, all good. How's lockdown treating you?
All right, to be fair. All right. I've been doing as much training as I possibly can every day and stuff. So it's been all right. You know, the thing is, not just me, is it? Everyone's been in the same boat.
Yeah.
So it's good. But the light's at the end of the tunnel now, isn't it? We're getting to the end. Hopefully.
I know obviously you've got a young family, so I suppose that's one positive. Maybe spending a bit more time with them and whatnot during lockdown, or I think you're frozen up a bit there. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I know you've got a young family. Yeah. I know you've got a young family, so that must be one positive you've got out of this, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I've had every day of the week with them for the past 10, 12 weeks, how long this lockdown's gone. So it's been good. It's actually been good to be at home, to be fair, you know, and just enjoy a bit of time with the family.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they say, like, there's not much positives you can take out of the whole lockdown situation. Obviously, no live boxing or sports as a whole.
No.
But I mean, if you can take one thing, it's definitely been able to spend time with family and stuff, so.
100%. 100%.
Obviously, with boxing starting to take a bit of it's like coming back a bit more now. I know it's a bit frustrating because you was actually supposed to be out. Was it on the Josh Taylor card?
Yeah, I was meant to be on the Josh Taylor card on, I think it was May the 3rd or something. I think it was May the 3rd.
Was it 9th or 7th, I think?
Was it?
Yeah, 'cause it was the same night. No, was it May the 2nd? It was the same night that Canelo was fighting Billy Joe, wasn't it?
It was May the 2nd. Yeah, that's
Yeah, May
right.
2nd. Yeah, May 2nd.
Yeah, I was in training for that. I think I was about 4 or 5 weeks away from training for that. Then obviously, when the lockdown came, obviously all the boxing, all the shows got cancelled. So it was a bit of a kick in the teeth because I wanted to get back out there. Obviously, after the Daniel fight, I wanted to get back out there and get a good win beneath my belt and get some momentum going. But things happen for a reason, and it's one of them things. Nothing I can do about it. Like I said before, it's not just me. Everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, obviously you are a very young heavyweight still. I don't think some people actually do realise how young you actually are, and obviously
23, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, 23 years of age, and you've already had obviously a massive fight. I mean, you've still got some very good credible wins on your record as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think you need? Just maybe like a tick-over fight, then you're straight back in the mix?
Well, to be fair, I haven't asked for a takeover fight. I've asked for a 10-rounder against someone who's, decent, who people know about. Then after that, blow some cobwebs off. You know what I mean? First and foremost, hopefully look good doing it. I need a bit of a test because it's all well and good flying someone in, no respect, from Hungary or Latvia. Who's going to fall over in one round.
Yeah.
Because people, you know as well as I do what people will say, and it's no benefit to me.
Yeah.
So I might as well have a bit of a test and win that and push on from there.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And why is it actually taking this amount of time for you to get another fight?
Well, to be fair, I wanted the box in December on I think it was when Daniel fought that Fujimoto,
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah,
fella. But the show was full, and then they said March or May, and obviously I chose May because it was a bigger Josh Taylor obviously fighting in Glasgow. It was a bigger
yeah,
show, so I chose that. Really, I should have chose March. Really. I'd have had one fight in there, wouldn't I?
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
this
yeah.
happened then. So yeah, it's been coming up 12 months next month since I boxed. So it's a long
Obviously,
time. It's a long time out of the ring, especially for heavyweight.
so yeah, yeah, definitely, and obviously it's frustrating. It's a frustrating thing because obviously you had a big fight and you didn't go in there 100% focused. I know you had a lot of personal issues going in to the fight with family and stuff. So it's
Yeah,
even more frustrating that on your biggest night so far that
it
everything
is.
that needed to go to plan didn't go to plan.
Yeah, very, very frustrating because obviously you can't blame no one else, only yourself. It's only you in that ring what's throwing the punches, taking the punches.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of them things. It generally happened for a reason, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I suppose, like you said, I suppose you're lucky that you're obviously very young. You've got plenty of time to put yourself back in there, and who knows, maybe there'll be another fight
Yeah,
with him down the
exactly.
line.
The thing is with heavyweight boxing, you're one good win away from a big fight.
Yeah,
That's the thing with heavyweight boxing. So that's what I want. I want a big fight, good fight. Then I want to get straight back into the mix of things. I want the big fights this year
yeah, for
or next
sure.
year or next year,
Yeah, whenever we get back to normal, whenever
whenever
we
we
get back
get
to
back to
normal.
normal. Yeah,
But obviously, there's another big fight that's been announced for Daniel against Joe Joyce. I know you've given your opinions on that. Can you just
yeah.
give that once again and hear what you think will happen in that fight?
Well, listen. It's a good fight. It's a very very good fight. To be fair, it's one of them fights where I wouldn't be surprised what happens in it. Listen, Daniel could hit him and knock him out in the first round. That can happen.
Yeah,
But on the other hand, he might wear Daniel's punches down. Wear him down and beat him in the later rounds. Myself personally, if I had to choose, it would be under 6 Dubois, over 6 Joyce with the engine and the experience. But you don't want to get taking punches off Daniel all night, do you?
no, no, of
There
course.
again, you don't want to get taking punches off Joyce all night either. So it
Yeah.
is a good fight,
Do you think that maybe people are looking past Joe because of obviously like
million
the
percent.
good win that Daniel's had against himself, and obviously he's fought lower opposition that it's maybe easier to look good against, like in Fujimoto and whatnot. Whereas Joe's got all the amateur experience, obviously
Million percent.
fought Bryant Jennings and that as a pro. Do you think that maybe people are just looking past Joe?
Yeah, I think obviously, like you said, that Daniel's fought some credible opponents, but Brian Jennings, the last fight Joe had was no more. Listen, I've been in the gym with Brian Jennings. He's fit all the time. Every day of the week that lad's training. He's 100% on it, and he's a very very good fighter. I've witnessed with my own eyes what he can do in the gym because I've been in camp with Brian Jennings. But saying that, there's another downside to Joe. He's age 30. I think he's 35, 36. He's been 12 months out the ring now.
Yeah,
Daniel's already had 2 or 3 fights, so he's match fit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And you don't want to get old in the ring as a heavyweight, do you?
no, no,
Especially the heavyweight division. You don't want to
yeah.
be old.
Do you think also a little bit to do with though is it's a fight that you expect is going to be tough for both of them at some points in the fight,
Yeah, oh, definitely.
but do you think that because Daniel's not had it all too tough in the sense that like he's fighting Fujimoto, Ebenezer Tete,
Yeah,
and people like that,
yeah,
that when the fight gets tough, he might not, and where he's still a young lad as well,
exactly.
that he might not
Exactly.
know how he's
I
going to react to it.
100% agree. No one's seen him yet in deep waters, have they? No
No,
one's seen him in round 8 with cut eyes, or he's been knocked down, or he's behind on the judges' scorecards.
yeah.
Time will tell. And listen, Joyce is the man probably will can end up doing it.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great fight. Another thing I do want
Very
to
good
go
fight.
into is obviously the success that Fury's had this year against Deontay Wilder. Do you
Yeah,
think that Fury's now starting to get the credit that he deserves as a
100%.
heavyweight now as well?
He should have got this credit 6 years ago or 5 years ago when he beat Klitschko.
Yeah,
Obviously, everyone was still writing him off then. Now he's finally getting the credit what he fully deserves. Because look where he went, look what he's gone on and done.
yeah,
And to bully Wilder like that, it takes some doing.
yeah. No, of course, absolutely.
But in my opinion, he's the best heavyweight out in this era.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
without a doubt.
And you've got many other heavyweights that you could be mixing it with. There's been a lot of talk of potentially you and Dave Allen at some point as well. I mean, is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
a fight that you would?
that's a potential fight. That's a potential big fight, for probably British title or something. There's loads of good fights out there for me.
What's your thoughts on Dave Allen and Hughie Fury?
That's a good fight. Very, very good fight. Very, very good
How
fight,
do you see that fight going?
I think Hughie would beat him because Hughie's very slick and very good at what he does. He's very listen. I've shared the ring with Hughie many times.
I think he's getting much better, Hughie. He's definitely fighting. He's improving a lot.
Another one. People keep writing them off and stuff. Listen, the lads. I think 25, 26. He's already boxed for a world title.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, even fighting.
In my opinion,
Povetkin and Pulev
won it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought
Povetkin, Pulev. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he was unlucky in the Pulev fight. He was doing well until that cut opened up, and then
100%. People keep writing him off and slating him and stuff, but at the end of the day, he's doing his own thing, and he doesn't matter what people keep saying about him.
That's what I say.
As long as he goes in there and wins, that's all that matters, really, isn't it?
If you're a young heavyweight like Hughie is, like yourself, if you step up early, it deserves to get given credit. Because if you don't, and then you step up later on, and then no one really cares, at the end of the day, it's better to take the risk. Even if you take a defeat, at the end of the day, loads of fighters have shown that they can take a defeat and come back much better. Sometimes a defeat is what makes a fighter as well. So
definitely.
So that's what Hughie's getting better all the time. He's had a few defeats. No one cares because people just respect the fact that he goes in there and mixes it with them. And now he's only again another good win away, and he can probably end up fighting.
Exactly. He's one good win away from getting another shot again.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just the way, especially at heavyweights. It just seems to be that way because now, where about 5 or 6 years ago, we were really crying out for a good heavyweight. So there was
loads.
There wasn't where you had like Klitschko against Solis and stuff like that, or Francisco Paineta and things like that. Whereas now you've got like the top 20, top 25 are all very good fighters.
Yeah,
and that's the thing now. Like, there's no real easy fighters in the heavyweight division.
There's no bums now, is there?
No, like you've got Michael Hunter, a very talented fighter, I think dark horse in that division. I'd say dark horse.
Very, very, very good fighter, Michael is.
Yeah, and then so it's just a very good division to be a part of.
Like you said, the top 25. To be fair, the top 30. They're all very good fighters.
Yeah, 100%. Another thing I do want to ask, so about you getting out and stuff, is there any news of whether you could be fighting behind closed doors or?
Nothing yet. There's nothing been mentioned. Obviously, I've seen some tweets and stuff saying that boxing can happen behind closed doors, but I've heard nothing yet.
Yeah.
It would be alright if it did happen, to be fair, as long as obviously everyone gets tested and stuff like that and things are safe, which I imagine it would be.
Yeah.
I have no problem fighting behind closed doors. I'd fight me back in as long as I was fighting.
Yeah. What did you make of the whole John Fury, Mickey Theo thing that was going on?
I think, myself personally, I think he wanted a bit of 5-minute fame.
Yeah, that's what I think.
John would put his teeth down his throat.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I've met John probably about 5 or 6 times, and he's always been an absolute gentleman. Like, couldn't speak high of him. Always gave me loads of time. Like, it's not even just for an interview, just talking about actual boxing as a whole.
John can speak to anyone in the world. The man is a gentleman.
Yeah, but he's one of those men that I just would not want to get on the wrong side of.
You cross him, he'll step about you.
Yeah. Like, I get that vibe, and I'm like, you know what? Thank God he likes me. That's what I just think.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just think that's what it was. It's all a bit of a publicity stunt, getting people talking.
That's what he done.
It couldn't happen anyway. With a virus going on, I don't get how they ever think that ever thought it happened.
That's what I'm saying. He just done it generally for 5 minutes of fame, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Very. But with boxing going behind closed doors and obviously talking about fighting Dave Allen, do you think that would even be possible with you being with Frank Warren?
Could happen. It could happen, to be fair. I don't know. The thing is, if it happens behind closed doors, you can only fight British fighters.
Yeah.
Because obviously there'll be no like foreign lads coming in or anything, will there?
Yeah.
So I generally don't know what's going to happen.
Also, do you not think a bit of
wait until it's all over? I don't know.
And do you not think it's a bit of a worry in the sense that, like, obviously everyone around the British boxing scene knows that you're a very good boxer, and that so do you think you could end up going into the almost who needs him club in the sense of like they know it's going to be a tough night's work, and style-wise, you're going to be very hard for Dave Allen, and he could definitely pick an easier fight.
Of course it could.
So do you think that you're going to maybe almost fall into that bracket?
Yeah, exactly. It could happen. You think, why should I fight him?
Yeah.
So,
But then
I don't
again, I
know.
suppose if you get a good 10-rounder
What?
in or whatnot, then
Yeah,
you're back
yeah,
in there, aren't you?
exactly. That's what ideally what I was looking for. On the Josh Taylor card, I was asking for opponents like Lucas Brown and things like. I was asking for people who's been good opponents. Decent opponents. I wasn't asking for knockover jobs. So that's
Yeah,
what I wanted, and hopefully that's what I'll get soon when I get back to it.
100%. All right, then thanks for Nathan. Thanks for jumping
No worries, brother.
on the live,
Anytime.
and
No worries, brother.
take care, obviously, and hopefully we can see you out soon.
See you a bit, man.
Right,
God
nice one.
bless.
Cheers, mate.
Take care.